Oh my gosh, hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing my wrap-up for the Get Graphic Readathon! It's about to get graphic in here, baby, yas! Literally. So the first book I read for the Get Graphic Readathon was Volume 2 of Candy Color Paradox. This is a yaoi BL title from Sublime. It is about two people who work for a newspaper. One is a photographer, the other is a writer, I believe. Photographer and writer. Yes, yeah. And they don't see eye to eye, but because they are paired up together to do investigations for scandals, they're basically like a scandal magazine, so they're looking for people that are, like, I don't know, they're bad people that are laundering money and dating prostitutes and stuff like that. Anyway, they don't see eye to eye, they hate each other, but they also kind of love each other, so they develop this really interesting relationship. And I did enjoy this volume a lot more than I did the first one. The first one was a little rocky, just because it's very formulaic, and that's the thing with a lot of BL titles, really. I mean, this is not something that I haven't seen before, but I did enjoy the second volume a little more. You get to see a little bit more about the characters in this volume, especially our photographer character, who is my favorite. I love him. Kaburagi, I believe that's... Yes, Kaburagi. He is wonderful. I really like his character. He has a lot of misunderstandings in this BL title, but I do like it. I like to see a little bit more about his past. I really liked that aspect of it. And I just think he's a really cute seme character. So this was a fun read. I did like it. I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes from here. The next volume of manga I read was Golden Kamui Volume 1, and this is by Satoru Noda, and this is the story of the immortal Sugimoto, who is on the cover. He was in a Russo-Japanese war in the 20th century. That's where this takes place, and he is called Immortal Sugimoto because he can't die, essentially, or rather he knows how to survive well enough to be called immortal. I'm not exactly sure if he is immortal or if he's just really good at survival, maybe a little bit of both. There is some magical realism in that aspect of it, and he meets this girl, an Ainu girl, who is very knowledgeable about nature and animals, and they form this little bond because they are trying to find this gold that is lost somewhere in the world, and there's a map that is tattooed on the backs of prisoners, and they have to skin them alive. Fun! This was a really interesting story. I really love the artwork. The artwork is just stunning. It is absolutely stunning. I really enjoyed this. It's very bloody, very violent, so keep that in mind. It is a seinen manga, I believe, and yeah, just keep that in mind if you read it, but I really enjoyed it. I think the characters are interesting, so I'm really curious to find out where the story goes from here. The next manga I read was actually my favorite for the readathon, and that is Monster and the Beast by Renji. This is a BL title about a man, an older man, who goes into the woods one day. He's traveling with some companions, and he gets attacked by his companions, and then rescued by this lovely monster, who's on the cover, who is very misunderstood. He is seen as this threat and someone who's really scary, but in reality he has a really gentle heart. And he's really sweet. He's a really cute monster. I really liked this a lot. They develop a bond, and I just really loved this. This was just so cute. I am really looking forward to Volume 2. I believe it comes out in November. I will be picking it up for sure because it is definitely a title that I am definitely enjoying right now. So please check it out if you haven't already. This was my favorite in the readathon. I found it was fun and cute and just really warm. And I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. Now we're going to do a complete 180 and talk about something that's really dark. And that is Total Eclipse of the Heart by Sunday. This is another BL manga, although this has very light BL tones to it. This is more so a horror manga about this boy who meets this other boy from class, and he is kind of interested in him, you know, he likes him, and then he watches him get murdered right in front of him. But here's the twist. The next day, he finds out that that boy who was stabbed and murdered is still alive. What? This is a really, really intriguing manga. I really, really liked it a lot. It's very, very dark. It is all contained in this one volume, so you don't have to worry about buying any more. I really, really enjoyed it, though. I guess enjoyed it isn't the right word, but I found it very, very interesting, and it was a very good horror gothic manga. So if you're looking for something like that, please check it out. It is very bloody. There is some mature themes involving sex as well, and I will just let you know about that. But it is a very, very good, well-told story that I will probably read again because I really like this mangaka. I like her a lot. Her art style also really reminds me of Rumiko Takahashi. I really, really like her art style. I love how she draws creepy eyes. Just so well done, so well put together. I really did like this story. So check it out if you're looking for a good horror manga that's very gothic and twisted. This one's a good one. Next manga I read for the readathon was a Fumi Yoshinaga manga, and that is Garden Dreams. This is a single volume manga, and it is very, very interesting. I have a lot of thoughts about this one. It essentially tells the story of this baron who lives in a castle in the far-off western land, and he encounters some people, some nomads that come into his life, and one of them is an orphan. He found him in the desert one day and decided to rescue him. It's a very interesting manga about family and who you consider to be your family. Not just related by blood, but people who are adopted. The main boy in this manga was abandoned by his family, and he has to deal with that and cope with that. And I really, really found this very, very thought-provoking. I could not stop thinking about this book after I read it. And then I started crying because I can relate to it a lot. Because I was adopted. My birth mother was not a very good person. And she was, you know, she was on the wrong side of the tracks, had a bad life, and she couldn't take care of me because of it. I have no idea who my birth father is. He's just another man. Don't know. And after losing my father this year, this story really, really captured my heart. And it kind of looked into my soul a little bit about family and who you consider to be family. Because it's not just tied down by blood. You know, I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family members that really, really care about me and love me a lot, and I'm so grateful to have that. It's been really, really weird these past couple months because, you know, after my dad died, I felt very, very alone. I didn't have any parents anymore. And that was hard because I've never felt more alone in my life. And of course I have friends and family that love me a lot, and I love them too. They're my family, and I really, really appreciate how nice they are and how kind they are to someone who feels alone in life. And I know I'm not alone, but it feels more alone without Dad. So that's why this touched my heart a lot, because it made me think about my life and my family and how appreciative I am for them. So yeah, that's why I recommend this manga to you if you haven't read it yet. It is beautiful. I will say the ending did make me kind of... It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite ending. It kind of just was just odd. I can't really describe without spoiling it though, but yeah, that's my only gripe with the book, but otherwise it really made me think a lot and made me reflect a lot. So I would recommend it if you're looking for something a little different and a little beautiful. So Highly recommend that. Okay, let's end it with something funny, because this was a beautiful joy to read. This is Skullfaced bookseller Honda-san. And this is a manga about a bookseller who is named Honda-san. He is on the cover right here, as you can see. And he is a very, very interesting character. He's working in this bookstore, and it's just about his life. It's just about his experiences in the bookstore, meeting all these different crazy people, and all these different experiences that he encounters within the bookstore. And it's just hilarious. It is super funny. They talk about yaoi fangirls, and, you know, handsome customers, and all of the different intricacies of working in a bookstore that I never knew about, like ordering books, and backstock, and over-ordering books, and just a vast array of different things that I never thought about, and it was really, really fun to read. You have all these wacky, crazy characters with wacky situations that just warmed my heart a lot. It really, really helped. I'm very glad that I read this last, because after reading Garden Dreams, I needed something funny and happy, because that one, whew, boy, man, my heart shredded in two. So this one mended my heart for sure, because it was just so fun. And I would highly, highly recommend it for everyone. This is only 4 volumes long, and that's just really, really nice. Something you can just pick up and read at any moment. Every chapter is very episodic, so you can pick it up and open it anywhere and read it and just enjoy. So, yeah, this was just lovely. So there you have it, guys. These were the books that I read for the Get Graphic Readathon. What did you guys read? Let me know in the comments below. Have you read any of these? Let me know of that as well, because I would love to talk to you about them. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope your day is fabulous and amazing. And as always, please remember, for the love of all that is gay, stay sexy!